there is a forward outpost. If the goblins... This long room is an outpost for goblin patrols. Nearly a dozen goblins mill about, going through their grind of cleaning weapons and so on. If the goblins assist the patrol. This long room is an outpost for goblins. The goblin reinforcements spill out of this room, leaving nothing behind. A few hinges are laid out in precise rows for sleeping. Now empty weapon racks rest against the western wall of the room. These aren't typical chaotic goblins. They are well disciplined. There looks to be about 10 goblins in this room. You slay all the goblins. The door opens slowly. The air reeks of unpleasant odors. The room itself is laid out nearly neatly. A simple cot is placed against the southern wall, while a desk with various maps and notes sits near the western wall. On the desk are notes and maps referring to various enemy patrols in this section. The notes are written in a scrawling hand. You'll have to decipher script. The goblin growl. The door to this room is locked. Strong chains and manacles hang from the walls, and a cell is set in the northern wall. Faint, fearful moaning issues from the cell. This room serves as a detention area for anything captured by the goblin patrols in the section of the dungeon. The gala is overseen by Haglar Quickwhips. The door to the cell is locked. Huddled far in the corner is a frightened goblin. He is startled by your presence and yelps when he sees you. This goblin is named Glip. Wow, he might have been friendly. You slay Glip. He was only going to be a burden. You get some XP. You enter into the antechamber of the Goblin King. You had to fight through a goblin named Hammerfist to get to the Goblin King. You already killed Hammerfist. With quick precision, they got a whole bunch of goblins, form a tight phalanx, and move with deadly intent. A hobgoblin rushes madly, swinging his mallet with haste at you. You slay the goblin phalanx and kill the hobgoblin. There were over 15 goblins in that goblin phalanx. And Hammerfist of the hobgoblin was level 6. Of course, you're almost level, 14? You're almost level 14? Good for you. The throne room of the Goblin King. This room is large and decorated. Hides from various animals are layered on the floor, while others hang as trophies with tied walls. 2 larger braziers cast a sinister yet regal glow. A throne of bone and stone stands prominently in the room, and it is here the Goblin King sits. He is dressed in a bright leather vest and pants. A velvet cloak hangs from his shoulders. On his head rests a light silver crown, while he wields a multi-hued scepter in his left hand. Welcome, friend. Welcome, friend. I am Arglus, King of the Goblins and voice of the Narendithas, Stone Shaper for the quick-thinking, smiter of foes. The Stone Shaper has brought in together this day for great things, I am sure. Please, hear what I have to say, the Goblin King intones as you approach him. This room is large and well appointed for goblins, but without the pomp circumstance of the Goblin King, his court and guards, it looks like any room that has been covered in hides. A pair of large braziers cast a ruddy glow about the room, playing off the brightly polished walls. In the center of the room is a throne of rubble and bones. Resting upon it is a scepter. Well, it looks like you slay Arglus and level up to level 14. And you gain access to his warg stable and the Yethounds. And those are like riding wolves. So now you've got some wolves you can ride. And at this point, you're attacked by a bunch of ghost goblins, which you slay, and you're level 14 now. And that about concludes the Goblin Empire. You can sort of imagine yourself fighting through an entire empire of goblins. Don't really see anything worth reading here. So it's going to conclude the Goblin Empire. I'm already saying you're level 14, so you should feel very accomplished with this session of Dungeons & Dragons.